Coach, the Broncos coming off a bit of a disappointing loss at Northern Illinois. You wrap up the regular season this weekend against Bowling Green on Tuesday. You get to celebrate the career of some great seniors. Why don't you start us off with an opening statement? We'll take questions after that.
Yeah, very disappointing loss at Northern Illinois. One I take full responsibility for as the head coach. Did not have our team ready to play. We came out in all three phases. We were out-physicaled, out-coached, and outplayed offensively, defensively, and special teams. I thought we had a really good week of preparation, but we did not go out and execute or have the enthusiasm and passion to play or match their intensity in that football game. I think that's a great lesson for our team. When you play in a great league like the MAC, you have to be ready to play every single week against great competition. Does not matter the weather, does not matter the record, does not matter what you did last week or what's in front of you. What only thing that matters is what you do on that night and how you prepare and execute in that game. I think that is a great lesson for our team as we move forward, and one that I take full responsibility for, us not being ready or prepared. But now it's time to reset and refocus. We've got a great opportunity this week against a Bowling Green team, really good football team, really well coached. They're 6-5 right now. They've beaten a Power 5 opponent in Georgia Tech. They've played some really good games, and they're playing winning football right now. And it's an opportunity to honor our seniors, to send them out the right way, to make sure that we cement their legacy with a win, and give us some momentum as we head into the offseason. I've challenged our team with that this week to prepare the right way, but also to focus on what we can control, to not allow one mistake, what we didn't do well last week, to carry over this week, to continue to make a mistake this week, but really to send the seniors out to honor that legacy and really honor our fans. We've had a great home crowd every single week. I'm thankful for our fans, people who've supported us. We got to see what normal MACtion crowds looked like last week, and our fans have shown up and they've shown out, so I appreciate them for that. We want to honor them in how we play at home and represent the Bronco brand, and also make sure that we go out on a winning note. If you're a competitor, whether you're playing Uno or whether you're playing a football game, you want to win, so I know our guys will show up with the right mindset this week.
Obviously, ball security always important. Is there an extra emphasis on that this week, knowing that Bowling Green is one of the top teams that force turnovers in the country?
Absolutely. We talk about ball security every single week. We say ball security is job security. And Coach Kosh, our offensive coaches, do a great job of that. Have to be particularly in tune to it this week. Bowling Green, they lead the country in takeaways, which is pretty impressive. This is a really good defensive unit. They take the ball away at a high rate. So we have to do a great job making sure that we take care of the football. And that was one thing of all the things that we didn't do well last week. That was one thing that we didn't do against Northern Illinois. We didn't turn the football over, but we still have to take care of the football this week moving forward.
The run game this past week, probably not what you guys were hoping for by any stretch of the imagination. What is it just going into this week, trying to get back to it? I mean, it's been such a great thing for you guys to have this season, but just to get back to that on the ground.
Yeah, I really challenged our offensive and defensive lines this week. I thought last week was the first week where we got out-physicaled. I think that you saw that on both sides of the line of scrimmage. I think NIU came out with some purpose and passion. They reestablished a new line of scrimmage, and that's what we have done so well this year. And so I really challenged our offensive and defensive units to step up this week to answer that call, because I thought NIU was the more physical team. And honestly, in this league, but in football specifically, I think that the more physical unit wins most of the time.
In looking at, again, moving from this past week to now into the Bowling Green week, how quick and eager were guys to sit there and maybe look at the tape or maybe just want to throw it out, burn it, and then say, all right, no, we are ready, for this final game?
Yeah, I tell you, our coaches, our players, they care. It's important to them. There were a lot of hurt players in that locker room. I think that they know, the opportunity that we had in front of us that we didn't take advantage of. And it's like I told them, we can't cry over spilt milk. We have to learn from it. make the corrections and move on. I thought they did an excellent job at that. They looked at the tape. What could we do better? What could we do better in preparation? Where did we fail in our preparation to execute? And I think that they've come this week with the right mentality and mindset. They want to send our seniors out the right way, but they also want to end on the right note for themselves and the foundation that we're building for the future here.
And in looking at, this being the end of your first year here, your first senior class, and I know that, with you coming in last year, some of them might have said, either I'm going to walk, I'm going to, leave, I step away from the sport, whatever it was. But just what can you say about this class and everything that they've, meant to you and your coaching staff in your first year here?
Yeah, we're honoring 15 seniors, players, and then 4, senior student managers. Want to thank them for their dedication to this program, what they've meant for staying, really when they didn't have to stay, when when there was so much change, and to really accept me and our program and our mission and values for what we wanted to create here. Like I told them this week, they're really the foundation of what we're building, and something, a class that we'll always look back on and say, this was the class that started something special as we continue to build it. They're part of that, and thankful for those that stayed. What I'll say is, I think we are building something special. If you looked at, how much we lost off of last year's team, how much talent, and how many pieces were lost, and how many new pieces were added. I think if you look at our season, obviously we've fallen short a bunch in a lot of areas. I'm critical on ourselves, but I also want to look at how far we've come, how much we have improved. It has been a process, and this senior class has been part of building that. Super proud and thankful for what they've done, and they'll always hold a special place in my heart.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.